Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. So student, in the last part of the video, we have discussed exercise 5.2 up to question number 6 and I told you you can solve up to question number 10. Okay, so but I thought I should tell one or two question between question number 10. So what I am going to do, I am going to solve question number 7. Okay, so see question number 7 of 5.2, that is find the 31st term of the AP whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. Okay, now in this question we have to find what? We have to find 31st term. Okay, we have to find 31st term now. This we don't know, it means T31 we have to calculate. Okay, but what is given in the question? 11th term is given, which is equal to 38 and 16th term is given, okay, which is equal to 73. Okay, it is an AP and we have to calculate the value of 31st term when the 11th term is 38 and the 16th term is 73. So whatever information is given, we will make, with the help of that equation we will make the two equations. Okay, so what we will assume, because when we are solving an AP it should have its first term and its common difference. So what we will assume for solving, what we will assume? We will assume let first term is equal to A and common difference is equal to D. In all question you have to assume first term A, common difference D, because you know. Okay, now whatever information is given we will take it. Okay, now 11th term is given as 38. T11 is given as 38. Okay, 11th, the value of 11th term is given, that is 38, and 11th term is equal to how much? When I have to write 11th term, then what is the value of 11th term, students? I told you now, when you have to calculate the any term, you will add 1 less than D in the first term. So 11th term can be written as A plus 10D equal to 38. This is clear. 11th term can be written as A plus 10D, or when you will put the value of n in the nth term, that is n equal to 11, when you will put, you will get that much only. Okay, so A plus 10D equal to 38. This is equation number 1. Okay, now similarly 16th term is given. 16th term is 73 and 16th term can be written as A plus 15D, which is equal to 73. This is equation number 2. Now you got two equations and these two equations are linear equation in two variable, and you know how to solve linear equation in two variable. So from equation 1 and 2, when we will solve it, so A plus 10D will be equal to 38 and A plus 15D will be equal to 73. Now you have to solve, you can use any method, so I am using elimination method. So I can eliminate A, so I will subtract these two equations, so this will be minus minus minus. So plus 10 minus 15, so it will be minus 5D, and it is 78 and it is minus 73, so minus 35 will be left. Okay, minus minus cancel, so D will be equal to 35 upon 5, it means 7. So common difference we got now, the common difference is 7. Now by putting the value of D in any of the two equations, we can get the value of A, that is first term. So from equation number 1, A plus 10D equal to 38. Now put the value of put the value of D. So A plus 10 into 7 equal to 38. Now A plus 70 equal to 38. Now transfer 70 to that side. So A equal to 38 minus 70, which is equal to minus 32. So first term is minus 32 and common difference is 7. So we have to calculate 31st term now. So what will be the value of 31st term? 31st term can be written as A plus how many D we will add, because we are calculating 31st term, so we will add one less than 31st. It means 30D we will add in the first term, so A plus 30D. Or if you know the formula of Tn, I told you that the formula of nth term. So when you will put n equal to 31, so you will get the same value what I have written here. Okay. Now you know the value of A, you know the value of D. Put all the values. So A is minus 32 and D is 7. So 30 into 7. So minus 32 plus 30 into 7, 210. Okay. So what it will come? 178. I think it will come. So 31st term will be 178. So that is the method to solve this type of question. Okay. It is very simple and used to come in the board examination. Now note down it. Very simple it is. Now question number 8 is also same. An AP consists of 50 terms, of which third term is 12 and the last term is 106. Now student, if an AP has 50 term, so its 50th term will be its last term. So it means the third term value is given and 50th term value is given. Again you will make two equations. When you will solve it, you will get the value of small a and d, that is the first term and common difference. After that you can easily get 29th term. Okay. Now question number 9 is also same. If the third and ninth term of the AP are 4 and minus 8, which term of the AP will be 0? So from these two statements you will calculate the value of A and D, and after that which term of the AP is 0? So you will assume let the nth term of the AP will be 0. So Tn will be equal to 0, and you know that Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 D. When you will put that value and when you will put the value of A and D, you can get the value of n. So that term will be the 0. Now I am going to solve question number 10. I hope this is clear to you. Now note down. Only I will solve one type of questions, and remaining question you will solve by yourself, because there are too many questions and it is not possible to all questions. So I am solving many types, one types of question from each part, so that you can understand all. Okay. Now question number 10. The 10th term of an AP exceeds the 17th term of the AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. Okay. So whenever we solve an AP, we should know its first term and its common difference. So again we will assume let first term is equal to A and common difference is equal to D. Now what question is saying कि 17th term of an AP means 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7, means 10th term will be T10 and that 17th term will be 7 more than its 10th term, means T10 plus 7. This is the statement is given. 17th term of the AP is exceed means more, exceeds its 10th term by how much? by 7. Okay, so T17 is equal to T10 plus 7. This is the statement. Okay, now 17th term can be written as A plus 16D. I told you 17 is there, so 1 less than 17 means 16D you will add in the first term, so that you will get the value of 17th term. Similarly, 10th term will be A plus 9D and plus 7. Now student, A and A is cancelled na? Now 16th D is equal to 9D plus 7. When this will transfer from that side to this side, so 16D minus 9D equal to 7. So 7D equal to 7. So D will be equal to 7 by 7, that is 1. Hence, the value of the common difference is equal to 1. Okay? Very simple question it is. First we have assumed, in any question first what you do, you assume first term, that is A, and common difference, that is D. After that, make the statement according to the question. In the question it is given that 17th term was 7 more than the 10th term. So T17 is equal to T10 plus 7. T17 can be written as A plus 16D. T10 can be written as A plus 9D plus 7. After that, A is cancelled. And when we have solved for D, we got the value of D is equal to 1. Now question number 11 is also same. I can solve for you question number 11. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. I can write the question. Which term of the AP, and AP is 3, 15, 27, 29 dot 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 will be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, which term of the AP is 3, 15, 27, 29 will be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, so I told you in the previous part, whenever which term is written, so what you will assume, let nth term will be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, now given that, what is given student? Given that AP is, what is AP? 3, 15, 27, 39, it is 39. It is given now. So by seeing this AP, we can say first term which is represented by A, which is equal to 3, and common difference we can calculate. Common difference, that is small d, we can calculate by taking any two consecutive terms. So I am taking these two terms. So common difference can be calculated by 15 minus 3, that is 12. Now, okay, so we have discussed, we have to calculate the value of n, because question is written which term. Which term means we have to find the number of terms, that is n. So we have assumed let the nth term will be the 132 more than its 54th term. So nth term will be 132 more than its 54th term, like the previous question. Okay, let the nth term be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, more than is written, that's why plus 132. 54th is written, that's why T54, and because we have assumed nth term is more, so nth term is equal to the 132 more than its 54th term. Now nth term can be written as A plus n minus 1 into D. We know the formula of nth term. T54 can be written as A plus 53D, and that is 132. Now A cancel, A cancel. Now put the value of D. So here is n minus 1 and the value of D is 12. It is 53 into 12 plus 132. Now multiply it to 12n minus 12 equal to, when you will multiply these two, 12 3s are 36, carry 3, 12 5s are 60 and 3 63 plus 132. Now transfer this 12 to that side, so 12n is equal to, when you will add these two students, you will get 768 and plus 12. Okay. Now 12n is equal to 780. Now n equal to 780 upon 12. Now 12 6 are 72, carry 6 and 12 5s are 60. So by solving these things, we got the value of n is equal to 65. Hence we can say that because the value of n is 65, hence 65th term is 132 more than its 54th term. So how will you write the answer? So answer will be, hence 65th term will be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, that will be the answer. Very simple, just you have to know how to make the equations. Okay. Whenever which term is written, it means you have to find the value of n. Now, question number 12. Two APs have the same common difference. The difference of their 100th term is 100. What is the difference of their 1000th term? Listen, two APs are there and their common difference is same. It means both having the same common difference, so you will assume that both having the common difference D. And because only common difference is same, so it means that their first term will be different. So for first AP you will assume first term will be A1, and for second AP you will assume first term is A2, and whatever equations are given, made the equation, and when you will solve it now, you will easily get the value of the difference of their 1000th term. So that question you can do by yourself. Now question number 13 and 14 is very important. Out of 13 and 14, I can tell one so that you can solve this type of question. I can write the question. Question number 13. How many three digit numbers are divisible by 7? Are divisible by 7. Means how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? It means you have to count the number of 3-digit numbers. Okay, so it means we have to find the value of small n. So see, 3-digit numbers na, so 3-digit number starts from 100. So 100, 101, 102, ... that is up to 999. These are known as the 3-digit number. 3-digit number starts from 100 and end with 999. So between them, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7. So see, 100 is not divisible by 7. Okay, 101 is also not divisible by 7. 102 is divisible by 7. You can divide it. 17, sorry, when you will divide this by 7, so again it will not divide. So 102 is also not divide, 103 is also not divide, 104 is also not divide, 105 is divisible. Okay, so when you will start from 100, this number is not divisible by 7, it is also not divisible by 7, means up to 104 it is not divisible by 7, but 105 is divisible by 7. So the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 is what? So 3-digit numbers divisible by 7 starts from, that is 105 na, because 15 7 is 105. After that which number will be divisible? So add 7 to this, so 112. Okay, after that again 119 ... So first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 is 105. Now student, we don't know the last term now, which last 3-digit number is divisible by 7. So what you do, you divide this number 999 by 7. If it is completely divided, then the last 3-digit number will be 999. If it is not completely divided, so I will tell you the method which number will be the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So divide it. 7 1 is 7, 2, 9, 7 4 is 28, 1, 9, 7 2 is 14, 5. So see, in this case, when you are dividing 999 by 7, what is the remainder is left? That is 5. So अगर रिमाइंडर यहाँ पे 5 नहीं होता, 0 होता, तो इसका ये मतलब होता है कि ये डिविजिबल है 7 से, लेकिन रिमाइंडर 5 है, तो अगर ये 5 रिमाइंडर हम लोग हटा दें, तो इसका मतलब जो नंबर मिलेगा हमें वो 7 से डिविजिबल होगा. So whatever remainder you are getting, that remainder you will subtract from 999. So what you will get? 999 minus 7, that is 992. Sorry, 5 you will subtract, 4. Okay, because the remainder is 5, so what we are doing, we will subtract that remainder from 999. Why we are subtracting? Because remainder was coming, so we cannot add it, because when we will add it, this number to this, it will become 4-digit number, and we want only 3-digit number. So whatever remainder you will get, that remainder should be subtracted from the last term. So when 5 will be subtracted from the last term, so we will get 994. Okay, so now this number is divided by 7, so it means the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 is 994. Suppose remainder comes 0, after dividing remainder comes 0, it means that that number will be its last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, but remainder was coming, so that much remainder we will subtract from this, so that whatever number will come, that will be divisible by 7. So it means the 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 start from 105 and end with 994. Now we have to calculate how many 3-digit numbers are there which is divisible by 7. It means we have to calculate the value of n. Now see, this is forming an AP. This is forming an AP. So the first term is A is equal to 105. Common difference D can be calculated as 112 minus 105, that is 7. See, when it's divisible by 7 is written, it means common difference will be 7. When it is written divisible by 5, then it means common difference is 5, and so on. Okay, so in this case, first term is 105, common difference is 7, and last term, what is the last term? Last term is 994. Okay, now student, you have to find how many terms are there. Now means you have to find the value of small n. So see, L is given, A is given, D is given, N is not given. So we know now we know that last term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. We know na. Now see, the value of L is given, the value of A is given, the value of D is given, but the value of N is not given. So you can calculate that much. So put all the values. So it will be 994. This will be 105. N minus 1 we don't know, and D is 7. This type of question also given in the example, so you can understand from there only. By solving more question, you can understand more. So see, I am transferring this to this side. So 994 minus 105 is equal to 7 and minus 7 after multiplying this. Now it will be 889 is equal to 7 and minus 7. Now transfer this to this side. So 889 plus 7 is equal to 7n, or 7 is equal to 896. So n will be equal to 896 upon 7. Now 7 1 is 7, 1, 7 2 is 14, 5 and 7 8 is 56. So the value of n comes 128. It means 3-digit number which are divisible by 7 is how many? That is 128 numbers are there. Between 100 to 999 there are 128 numbers are there which is divisible by 7. So we have to count how many 3-digit number. So there are 128 3-digit number which are divisible by 7. So now it can be changed. From there we can make many types of question, like how many 3-digit number are divisible by 5, how many 3-digit number are divisible by 3. Okay, just common difference will be different, and the math will be the different. Okay, so what I have done, because 3-digit number are given, so I have written 3-digit number start from 100 to 999. After that I have to check between these sequence which is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So I check it, that is 105. And because 105 is the first number, then the second number will be 112. Because after 7 number, next number will come. So 105 में 7 add करोगे तो 112. Then again 7, then 119. Now we have to check what will be the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So what you do, whatever is the last term, divide by 7. If the remainder comes 0, so it means that will be divisible. So that will be the last term. If the remainder is not 0, so whatever remainder will come, that remainder will be subtracted from this. Whatever you will get, that will be the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So remainder was 5. So I have subtracted 5 from this. So I got 994. So that is the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So first term is 105. Common difference is 112. Common difference is 7. Last term is 994. After putting all the values, I got the value of n, that is 128. So what I will write in the last, I will write whenever how many these type of things are written, it means you have to find the value of small n. So what you will write? So there are 128 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. Okay, when you will solve 2 or 3 this type of question, then you will easily understand. Now one more question I can solve for you so that you can understand. Now 14th question of your book. ठीक है, 14th question is that, student, how many multiples of multiples of 4 lies between 10 and 10 and 250. Again, how many multiples? So it means we have to calculate the value of n. So see, how many multiples of 4 lies between 10 to 250? So 10 to 250, how many multiples of 4? So between 10 to 250, the multiples of 4 are, see, after 10 11 comes, which is not the multiple, then 12. 12 is the multiple of 4. Okay, after that 16, after that 20, dot dot dot. Now 250 is the last term now. So when you will divide 250 by 4, so 4 6 are 24, 1 0, 4 2 are 8, 2. Now remainder is coming 2 now. Remember, when you will divide 250 by 4, why we are dividing? Because we have to know what is the last term which is the divisible by 4. So when you will divide 250 by 4, you will get remainder 2. So we will not add 2, we will subtract 2 from 250. So when you will subtract 250 minus 2, you will get 248. It means the last multiple of 4 between 10 to 250 is 248. Okay, that this division why we are doing? Because to get the last term which is the multiple of 4. Suppose the remainder is 0, so that will be the last multiple. If the remainder is coming not 0, so whatever remainder is coming, that should be subtracted from the last term, so that to get the multiple of 4. So the multiple of 4 between 10 to 250 is 12, 16, 20 up to 248. Now first term, that is a, will be 12. Common difference, d will be 16 minus 12, that is 4. And last term is 248. And we have to calculate the value of n. Because how many multiples is written? So we have to calculate the value of n. So we can apply the formula of last term. So we know that L equal to a plus n minus 1d. Put all the values. So 248 is equal to a is equal to 12, and we have to calculate, and d is 4. Now transfer this side to 248 minus 12 is equal to 4n minus 4. Now it will be 236 is equal to 4n minus 4. So 236 plus 4 equal to 4n. So 240 is equal to 4n. So n will be equal to 240 by 4, that is 60. So n is 60. So it means that between 10 to 250 there are 60 multiples of 4. Okay, how many? 60. So there are 60 multiples of 4 between 10 to 250. Okay, first write what is the first multiple, that is 12, what is the last multiple, that is 248, and that is comes by checking this is the multiple of 4 or not. So I have divided this by 4, so remainder comes 2. We cannot add it because we have to 10 only this to this, so we will subtract. So when 2 will be subtracted from 250, 248 will come. It means that the last multiple of 4 between 10 to 250 is 248. Now after solving, common difference comes 4. First term is 12, last term is 248. So number of terms, that is n, we can calculate. So n comes 60. So there are 60 multiples of 4 between 10 to 250. Now last question I will solve for you, that is question number 17. Students, I have checked your copies and I find that most of you are solving only those questions which I am solving. Okay, so try to solve the remaining questions. This much question is not told in the class also, whatever question I am telling na, out of 20 I am telling 13 14, but I should tell only 5 to 6, remaining you have to do by yourself, but I am telling more. So whatever questions are left now, please don't skip that. Don't skip. You, whatever question I am telling to you to solve, you have to solve, otherwise you will face problem. And after this exercise na, I will solve only one example of each formula, and remaining you will solve by yourself. Not all question I will solve. It is not class 6 or 5 so that I will solve all. You have to do the practice. Find the see, before solving this question na, before solving this question, I want to tell you one formula. See, it is the note. First you write note. I told you na the formula of nth term. So that formula of nth term is from the starting. But sometimes question asks like that. What is the nth term from the last? So the formula of nth term from the last, मतलब कि लास्ट से ये वाला टर्म कितना होगा, मीन्स nth टर्म कौन सा होगा. सो nth टर्म फ्रॉम द लास्ट विल बी Tn is equal to L minus n minus 1 d. This is the formula. This is the formula nth term from the last, and that is the formula a plus n minus 1 into d. That is the nth term from the starting. When only this is written, find the nth term. So you have to use that formula. But if in the question it is specified that you have to find this term from the last is written, then you have to use this formula. Generally we use this formula only, okay? But if in the question it is written that find the 10th term, find the 15th term from the last, focus on the word. So you have to use that formula, where L is the last term, n is the number of term, d is the common difference, okay? So there are two formula. Initial one was nth term from the starting, and when nothing is written, then you have to use only that formula. But if it is written that you have to find nth term from the last, then you have to use this formula. Now question number 17 is based upon this formula only. Question number 17. Find the 20th term. Find the 20th term from the last. See, from the last term. From the last term of AP, that is 3, 8, 13, 253. See, here is written na last term, so it means you have to use that formula. If this part is skipped, only that much is written, that 20th term you have to find, so you have to use that formula only, okay? When it is specified that last term, then you have to use only this formula, otherwise previous formula you have to use only, okay? So here is written from the last. So from seeing this AP, the first term is a equal to 33, a equal to 3, common difference d is equal to a minus 3, that is 5. Last term will be 253. So we have to find 20th term from the last. It means n equal to 20. 20th term means n equal to 20. So 20th term from last term will be Tn is equal to L minus n minus 1 d. This formula you will use only when the last term is written, from the last term. If only this much is written that find that 20th term of the AP, so you have to use the initial formula only, okay? When last term is written, then only apply this formula. Now we have to find T20 because n equal to 20, and we have to find the 20th term from the last. So formula is this: L equal to 253 minus n is 20 minus 1 into d is 5. So 253 minus it will be 19 into 5. So 253 minus 95. So you will solve it, you will get 158. So 20th term from the last is 158. One trick to memorize the formula. See, when you are calculating nth term from the starting, so you are using a minus this formula from the starting, so that's why you are using the first term. And when you have write the from the last, so from the last in place of a you are using L. And because when you are moving from last to, see, when you are moving in this direction, so see, it is the first, it is the last, and you are moving from the last, so you are coming in the back side now. So when you are coming in the back side, so in place of plus here is minus, and that is, so देखो, जब आप स्टार्टिंग से आगे बढ़ते हो तो आप आगे बढ़ रहे हो, दैट मीन्स पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन, इट मीन्स प्लस. एंड जब आप पीछे से आगे आ रहे हो, सो इट मीन्स यू आर पुशिंग योर कार इन द बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन, सो दैट्स वाई माइनस. So it is the formula of nth term from the starting, and it is the formula of nth term from the last. Mostly we use this formula only. We use the second formula only in that case when this is written in the question from the last. If not from the last is not written, it means you have to use this formula only. Okay. So the 20th term from the last is 158. So question number 18, 19, 20. It's also very simple. And that question you can do by yourself. Question number 18 is sum of fourth term. I can hint you so that you can solve. See, question number 18 का hint है आपके लिए कि sum of fourth and eighth term of an AP is 24. It means T4 plus T8 is 24, and T6 and T10 is equal to 44. So from here you will get one equation, from here you will get second equation. You will get two equation. When you will solve it, you will get the value of A and D. So you have to write the first three terms. So first three terms are A plus D, and A plus 2D. So you can easily calculate. Question number 19 is Shubha Rao annual salary is 5,000 and received an increment of 200 every year. So in which year did his income will be 7,000? So she will start from 5,000. 5,000 she was getting in 1995. It is the hint of question number 19. And afterwards she is getting 200 increment in each year. It means in 1996 she will get 5,200. In 1997 she will get 5,400, and so on, and in the end she will get 7,000 salary. So that 7,000 salary she will get after how many years? It means you are calculating the value of n. So the first term is 5,000, common difference will be 200, last term will be 7,000. When you will put the formula of last term, you can get the value of n. So after that much year, her salary will be 7,000. And question number 20 is also same like question number 19. So I have given hint to all the remaining questions. Okay, so by this we have completed exercise 5.2. I hope all of you have understood. If you have not understood, go through the chapters, go through the exercises, go through the examples, read the concept properly, and then solve it. You will easily understand. Okay, so from next video we will cover our next topic, that is sum of first nth term of an AP, and then exercise 5.3. So till then students, have a nice day, take care, thank you.